In the industrial heart of northeastern China, a city once defined by smokestacks and rail yards began rewriting its skyline with glass and ambition. Shenyang, a historic manufacturing powerhouse, quietly entered the global race for vertical identity. And at the center of that transformation stands a tower designed not simply to rise, but to signal economic evolution. Forum 66 Tower 1 does not dominate the skyline through spectacle alone. It asserts a new financial gravity for an entire region. At 350 meters above the streets of Liaoning province, the building introduces a silhouette that feels deliberate, calm, and unmistakably modern. Its glass surface curves subtly against the sky, reflecting the shifting climate of a city reinventing itself. For viewers accustomed to the steel confidence of Chicago or the vertical density of Manhattan, this tower carries a familiar message. Economic ambition has a shape, and increasingly, that shape is vertical. Completed in 2015, Forum 66 Tower 1 became the tallest building in Shenyang, anchoring a massive commercial complex designed to reshape the city's financial future. But the real story of this skyscraper is not just height. It is the engineering precision, the architectural philosophy, and the economic signal embedded inside every floor. The project began in 2008 when Hong Kong-based developer Hang Lung Properties envisioned a new commercial epicenter in the city's historic Golden Corridor district. This corridor, once lined with Soviet-era administrative blocks and aging infrastructure, was gradually transforming into Shenyang's most important financial artery. To anchor that transformation, the development required something unmistakable, a structure capable of redefining the skyline overnight. The task was given to the globally respected architectural firm Kohn Pedersen Fox Associates, known for designing some of the most recognizable skyscrapers in the modern world. Rather than pursuing aggressive angles or exaggerated forms, the architects chose restraint. Forum 66 Tower 1 is defined by a calm, slightly tapered vertical profile that communicates stability rather than spectacle. Its glass facade wraps around the structure in smooth curvature, subtly reducing wind pressure while giving the tower an elegant aerodynamic identity. From the ground, the building appears almost fluid, as if its shape were carved by invisible currents in the sky. This design language was not accidental. Shenyang's name historically references the region's rivers, and the towers form quietly echoes that flowing geography. Structurally, the building relies on a composite steel and reinforced concrete system engineered to support super-tall loads. A powerful central core acts as the structural spine, housing elevators, mechanical systems, and emergency infrastructure. Around this core, perimeter columns and outriggers distribute wind forces across the entire frame of the tower. At heights exceeding 300 meters, wind behavior becomes one of the greatest challenges for skyscraper engineering. To maintain comfort for occupants, engineers designed the structure to resist subtle sway while absorbing dynamic atmospheric forces. Advanced damping systems reduce oscillation during seasonal storms common across northern China. The result is a tower that remains stable even when powerful winds sweep across the city's plains. But engineering alone does not define the building's experience. Inside, Forum 66 Tower 1 operates as a vertical ecosystem of commerce, hospitality, and international business. The lower floors connect directly to Forum 66 Mall, one of the most luxurious retail complexes in northeastern China. High-end global brands occupy expansive storefronts beneath soaring atriums of glass and polished stone. Above the retail podium, the tower transitions into premium Grade A office space designed for multinational corporations and financial institutions. Floor plates are wide, efficient, and bathed in natural daylight through the tower's expansive curtain wall system. For executives working inside, the experience is intentionally calm. Noise from the city fades beneath the insulated glass facade, leaving only the quiet rhythm of modern vertical workspaces. Near the summit of the tower, the building changes character once again. The upper floors house the Conrad Shenyang Hotel, a luxury hospitality environment positioned hundreds of meters above the city. Guests arriving in these upper levels encounter sweeping panoramic views stretching across the urban landscape and distant mountain ranges. At night, the city becomes a constellation of moving lights beneath the tower's glass walls. The crown of Forum 66 Tower 1 introduces one final architectural gesture. Rather than ending abruptly, the structure culminates in a softly illuminated lantern-like crown. This feature glows subtly against the night sky, turning the tower into a recognizable landmark visible across the city. It is not designed to shout. It is designed to signal presence. In many ways, Forum 66 Tower 1 represents more than a skyscraper. It symbolizes Shenyang's transition from heavy industry toward finance, technology, and international investment. Cities across the world often mark their economic turning points with architecture. Chicago built upward after the Great Fire. Dubai rose vertically from desert trade routes. And Shenyang, once an industrial powerhouse of northeastern Asia, now signals its future through glass, steel, and elevation. Today the tower stands not just as the tallest building in the city, but as a quiet declaration of confidence. A structure that reflects both the past and the ambitions of a region moving toward a new economic horizon. And as the sun sets behind Liaoning province, the lantern crown of Forum 66 Tower 1 begins to glow, reminding the skyline that the story of modern cities is still being written, one tower at a time.